A year ago today, Heather and I came home from Burning Man. We considered not going because poison ivy gripped my body with greedy strength. But I scrubbed and followed all the remedies, so we left believing it would get better. The first night, the lights, human creativity, and dust storms blew our minds. It was the dream I never knew was possible. Our tent was a refuge away from the awesomeness of the world at Black Rock City. The rash kept growing and blistering up my body and burned, especially under the intense sun. It started to come up my face, melting in my skin like soft clay. I hid behind gloves, hats, and lots of clothes. One day, the pain was so high I could hardly think. Heather asked me, "What do you need right now?" I answered, "I need to go to the hospital." We found out Burning Man had an emergency room in the city, and she accompanied me. After 3 times, they gave me steroids, and the rash immediately receded. Heather checked in with me every day. She taught me sisters take care of each other. For a long time, I'd been doing hard things alone, but doing them with a sister was so much easier. She showed me I didn't have to go into hardship alone. She showed me I could lean into partnership. The intense sun kept me from being outside long, so I found camps like Igloo that had AC. Of the 15 outfits I prepared in Ziploc bags, I wore 2. I wanted Burning Man to be my week to come out of my shell, to shine, to show off my butterfly wings, but I had to hide away from the intense sun, covering every square inch of my body, long gloves to keep the blisters on my knuckles from bursting. Medicine could help a little, but I was in pain all the time. One day I was more than grumpy. I was miserable. We woke up early, in the dark, to watch the sunrise. I lagged behind our group and sat on the ground. I started to weep. I felt like a failure, a dud, a bag of melting skin and rotten bones. I let the sadness drip into the gypsum dirt. There, in the morning light, I felt my spine. I felt the air. I felt my heart beat blood. And I felt the darkness always surrounding me. I dropped into my core and remembered the dark, the divine, the all and no thing loved me now, with my puffed face and shitty attitude. I couldn't be loved more. I couldn't be loved less. Even in the pain, I experienced that joy because I remembered who I truly am. When I came back to camp, it was my turn to co-lead the breathwork workshop. Earlier, at Camp Costco, I met a cowboy, Rainko, from the Netherlands and invited him to the workshop. When he came into the tent, I excitedly walked up to him. He looked at me as a stranger and said, "Hi, I'm looking for Maylene." "Hi, Rainko, it's me." We laughed. He didn't recognize me without my hat, gloves, and face coverings and goggles. Turns out I can make friends without looking cute. The breathwork was beautiful, leading them breath by breath into the presence of their own spines surrounded by love. I saw people tear up and shake loose. I heard people groan and release. We inhaled love. We exhaled what no longer served us. We inhaled love. We exhaled love. We became one with the undeniable love of the universe. With everyone's eyes closed, I saw my wings unfold, my beauty shine. A picture-perfect Instagram photo wasn't the result of my Burning Man experience, but I learned my beauty shines brightest when the lights are off, that the most intense beauty is invisible. When the rain came, my skin praised the gods, but people panicked. They told us we might be stuck there for another week. Heather and I were already peeing in plastic containers, but she went into emergency mode and started making plans for if we needed to poop into the cooler if the porta potties overflowed. Thankfully, the first real heroes of Burning Man, the porta potty cleaners, were the first people let into camp once the roads became passable. Burning Man essentially ended early with everyone tearing down structures and conserving food and water. At first, I wasn't sure I wanted to come back. Burning Man tested my dedication to finding peace in suffering. But a year later, I know I won't have poison ivy the next time, but whatever I do have will teach me and grow me and continually remind me of who I truly am. I don't know when I'll go back, but I know I will.